sure they just put water in there and told us they gave us alcohol, but it's okay.
I just finished an amazing trip to Puerto Rico, and I thought it'd be a cool idea to show everything I ate while I was there. I'm going to break it up into 3 sections. First, we'll do some snacks and street food, then main courses, and finish it off with drinks. So without further ado, let's do it.
Quiero un sándwich.
To start off strong, this one sneaks its way into the snack category because you can literally eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner because it is just that good, and it is El Mesón sandwiches.
Mesón, super busy. They got a drive-through line down the whole block.
As if you needed more of an explanation to try it if you ever come to Puerto Rico, then the lines both down the block and inside. El Mesón sells, you guessed it, sandwiches along with breakfast food.
Well, I know what I'm getting.
What are you getting?
A sandwich.
Boy, if you don't get...
Wasn't too hard of a choice. I ended up getting the boricua, which came with marinated beef, steak, sauteed onions, and Swiss cheese, along with lettuce and tomato. And I don't even know what sauce, but it was so juicy, so good. I never like onions, and it was perfect. This sandwich was probably the best sandwich I've ever had in my life. Okay guys, we're downtown Juana Diaz. We're at the festival for Three Kings Day, and we have this dumpling, I found out it's called. In other places they just call it an arepa, but it's pretty much just a sandwich. We have egg, the most generic cheese you can think of, and some ham in there. The bread is way better on this one. It's more like, how did you describe it, Mom?
Sweet.
Yeah,
It's like a croissant, almost.
It's like a sweet bread. It's not like a torta roll. It's not like that. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like a sweet roll. Anyways, dumpling, really good for breakfast, and that's about it. Okay, the parade just ended. We're here just outside of the kind of plaza area. A bunch of food stands there, drinks, everything. So I got this bacalaíto. Alright, so the audio got super bad here because of all the background noise, so I'm just gonna take over for a sec. This is bacalaíto. It's a fried cod fritter, pretty much just batter and codfish fried with sofrito in it, which is a sauce that has a mix of ingredients like onions, peppers, garlic, fresh herbs, and spices. It is used to cook in many dishes, so I'm sure you'll hear me say it again. It may sound simple, but they have to be adding some sort of special Puerto Rican flavor to it because it is just so good. It's super delicious. Oh my god. It's salty. You can taste the fish in it. There's a bunch of seasonings in it too. I'm sure there's some sofrito in there. But oh my gosh. It's just so good. Okay, we're gonna be trying this paleta de piña. It's a pineapple lollipop. It's honestly so good. It has like this milk part and then the pineapple on the bottom. Tastes like a piña colada lollipop. They don't have stuff like this in the US really. I'm sure somewhere they do, but not like this one. That's a big old pause, and you still keeping it. Okay, we're gonna rapid fire a few now. We stopped at
Krispy Kreme. A Krispy Kreme.
and it was pretty much the exact same as the US, if not a little bit crispier and maybe a little bit creamier. Staying on trend with the sweet treats, next up we got King's Cream, which is a staple if you ever come. Some of the best ice cream I've ever had. I can't even explain the texture. It's like a mix between like a creamy Italian ice and like soft serve ice cream. It's just so good, and the flavors were amazing. I'm pretty sure I got strawberry and Nutella, but they had all kinds of flavors like passion fruit, mango, of course, coconut, and they do not play about their portions.
Okay, we're stopped at this random gas station with pastelillos de carne.
So this actually wasn't a gas station. There's a lot of little pull-offs off the road in Puerto Rico that sell food.
Oh, it's not even a gas station.
And if you don't know what pastelillos are, it's pretty much just an empanada. And if you don't know what that is, it's a deep fried meat pie that has ground beef in it or different kinds of meats, potatoes, and it's seasoned with sofrito. I know a lot of these foods can start to sound the same because it's a lot of the same ingredients, but they're all a little different and all so good.
So simple, but it's really good. Okay, me and Adoa stopped for New Year's to get some drinks, and now we have pinchos, which is like a very common thing in Puerto Rico, so we're gonna try it. ¿Qué piensa? Good? It's just crispy chicken on a stick, but it's pretty good.
We also ended up getting tostones, which are twice fried crispy slices of green plantain, and they're seasoned with salt. Super delicious.
Okay, we are here on the Lechon Highway, Ruta del Lechon. It is the highway in Puerto Rico with a bunch of restaurants that sell lechon, which is basically a whole entire pig that they cook. So we're gonna go give it a try. And the one we are going to is El Rancho Original.
Most of the lechoneras are found in the town of Guavate, and going to one is really a whole experience. A lot of them have beautiful places you can sit down. You get to see them cut up the actual pig, which some people might not like, but it is pretty cool and a real experience of culinary heritage and culture in Puerto Rico.
God, so crispy. Tastes exactly like chicharrones, the chips. I guess because that's literally what it is. So good.
While we were there, we also tried morcilla, which is blood sausage. I know, a little bit gross, but it's made with ground pork, pig's blood, seasonings, and rice. To be honest, I was a little bit nervous to try it, but after I took that first bite, it wasn't that bad at all. The rice in it gave it a little bit of a weird texture, but it really just tasted like rice and beans to me for some reason, and it was pretty good. Moving on to main courses. To kick off the main courses, we ended up going to El Rincón de Abuelo with one of my dad's cousins to pick up some Puerto Rican classics.
Hola amigos, estamos aquí en Guaynabo con el primo de mi papá, Moisés. Y fuimos al Rincón del Abuelo y puedes explicar qué agarramos aquí.
Llevamos chuletas cancán, llevamos tostones, pollo frito
Mofongo.
y mofongo.
Sí, tenemos muchas cosas. Vamos a probar en casa, ¿sí?
Vamos ahora para casa de Silverio. Silverio y vamos a comerla.
After my painful attempt to speak Spanish, we went back to another one of my dad's cousins' houses who had been cooking up some real authentic Puerto Rican food for us to try.
Estamos aquí con Benita, en la casa de Benita. ¿Qué?
Viandas,
Viandas,
ñames.
llames.
Aquí hay yautía, malanga y batata.
Okay.
Hicimos arroz con gandules que está allá y bacalao.
Y bacalao es el pescado, ¿sí?
Pescado.
Okay.
Specifically, what Benita had made is a dish called viandas con bacalao. This is my dad's favorite dish of all time and consists of viandas, which are root vegetables like yuca, sweet potato, taro, and then bacalao, which is a salted codfish that's soaked overnight. And boy, let me tell you, this was so good. That codfish was perfectly seasoned and all the vegetables were just delicious. And from the restaurant, we also got chicharron, which is pork belly, which came with this spicy, creamy sauce that, man, all of it is just so good. Now, if you were paying any attention, we definitely got more than just chicharron from the restaurant. One of those being mofongo. Mofongo is a whole dish of its own.
Mira mi plátano, papi, making mofongo.
And not just that, but Puerto Rico's most popular dish. It's made by mashing fried green plantains with garlic and other seasonings.
Vas a ser famoso en YouTube.
And then shaped into a mound like the one I have here, or a bowl like the one my sister got here. And then finally, it's stuffed with different fillings like shrimp, chicken, beef, or vegetables.
Greedy motherfucker.
The roots of mofongo trace back to African influences brought to the Caribbean during the slave trade. The technique of mashing ingredients originates from African fufu. The title of best dish did not disappoint at all because this truly was at the top of my list for the foods I had in Puerto Rico. The sauce that went with the meat was just so good and it complemented the plantains so well. Man, I'm still thinking about it right now. All of the dishes I've shown so far have had meat, but with Puerto Rico being an island surrounded by the ocean, it has a rich culinary tradition rooted in seafood. To experience some of this, we made a stop at
Bahia's restaurant is where we are eating.
I got a fried red snapper, which is just a whole fish fried, and the first order of business was that
Lucas will be embarking upon the eyeball of the fish.
We googled it and they said it's one of the best parts, so I'm gonna
And we all know Lucas likes eating balls, so. I don't know if I want to watch it.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Go, just go.
Oh, your face.
Just swallow it. What's the flavor?
It's kind of like salty, like.
Yeah.
It also kind of tastes like proteiny. Not like sickening.
Anyways, the rest of the fish was really good. So good, of course, that you know I had to finish the whole thing. Although I said mofongo was my favorite meal on this trip, definitely my favorite Puerto Rican meal of all time was this next plate. We stopped at this place on the side of the road to pick up some of the Puerto Rican classics. Here we have arroz con guandules. This is, how do I even explain this? It's seasoned rice that has pigeon peas in it. Sometimes it will have olives, different, they'll throw some chicken in there. I don't even know, man. I can eat buckets of this stuff. I could eat this for the rest of my life and be happy. With the rice as an amazing base for our plate, we also had pollo, castillos, which are ribs, and then amarillos in. Bro, I really had to take a minute there just reminiscing on this food. The meat's always gonna be good here, but I have to highlight what could most likely take the #1 spot as my favorite Puerto Rican food, and that is amarillos. These, unlike the green plantains that are saltier, are yellow sweet Oh, dude, my mouth is drooling. I can't even finish my sentence. These are yellow sweet plantains, and they're amazing. They're fried, and they're sweet, and they're delicious. I don't know what else to say. We were fortunate enough to eat at 2 nicer places. One of them was called Vitata, and I got a maple bourbon pork chop there that was really, really good. And then the other one is La Bacoa. There's whole videos just about this place. It is crazy. The food is pretty good, and the restaurant is set up on this amazing lake. Beautiful outlook. It's just really an experience in its own. And I don't know how you could, but if you do get tired of Puerto Rican food, they do have other options. These birria tacos we had were really good as well. Finally, we are moving on to drinks. And to do so, we are venturing into the Puerto Rican Costco. And I'm sorry to spoil it, but it is pretty much the exact same as the Costco in the US. I was very disappointed, except they had Medalla Light. Medalla Light is Puerto Rico's very own beer, and it's brewed in the town of Mayagüez. And let me just tell you, this is liquid gold in a can. Granted, you're taking advice on beer from a 20-year-old, but I drank so many of these. People all over the island drink it. Definitely makes top of the drink list.
And we're gonna try this Malta India.
Malta India is another classic Puerto Rican drink. It's a non-alcoholic, sweet, slightly kind of like caramel, earthy beverage.
Oh. Dude, that's so good. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
What does it taste like?
It definitely is an acquired taste.
Yeah.
It kind of tastes like, I think you described it the best. It's kind of like molasses. I really like it.
People in Puerto Rico are so nice. This local invited us into his place to try pitoro, which is a distilled spirit made from fermenting sugarcane that is always homemade. And boy, it was strong, but it was flavorful and really good. He even gave us seconds without even asking. And this was one of my favorite experiences of the whole trip because it just felt so real, connecting with someone from a different place, different culture, and just sharing the experience of being human on this world and happy to be there, if that makes any sense. My little brother was super set on getting a coconut, and most of the ones he'd just pick off the ground would have very little to no liquid in them. So eventually I did end up climbing a tree.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Not that way. What are you doing?
And eventually we got a coconut, and it was a great memory and definitely the freshest drink we had there.
Go back. Drop it. Drink it inside the glass.
To finish off the drink category strong, of course we have to go with the drink that was invented in Puerto Rico, the piña colada. So me and my sister went down to the beach and got a fresh made piña colada in a pineapple.
Let's do it.
Yo te traigo esta bomba puertorriqueña. Yo te la traigo de Cupey, de Vega Baja y de Santurce.
Tomamos una piña colada en una piña.
Esta bomba yo...
Okay, mission accomplished. And also it's really cool. They give you the pineapple on the side that they cut out of it. But also, it's $15. So how cool is it really? It's sweet. It has that pineapple taste. I'm pretty sure they just put water in there and told us they gave us alcohol, but it's okay.
Alright, that has officially been everything I ate in Puerto Rico. Thank you so much for watching. Obviously, I couldn't get to every single meal I had because the video was getting a bit long. But if I missed anything that you think I should have tried, go ahead and throw it in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see some more stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.